Good day, everybody, and welcome to our Mathematics 9 class. Today, I'm going to share with you Lesson 7.2. It's about finding trigonometric ratios using a scientific calculator. Yesterday, we have talked about the 6 trigonometric functions. We have the sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. And we use the mnemonics so, ka, towa, sho, sha, kao in order to find for the values of these 6 trigonometric functions given a right triangle. But for today, I want you to prepare your calculators. And if you don't have one, you can search online for any scientific calculator. And we will solve trigonometric ratios using a calculator. Let's start with today's class. Our memory verse is found in Psalm 116 verse 8. In the NASB version, it says, I have set the Lord continually before me, because he is at my right hand. I will not be shaken. For our MVCA boosters today, it's about my spiritual calculator. A calculator is a big help in calculating complex numbers. It also makes calculation easier. In solving trigonometric ratios and values of trigonometric functions, a calculator comes to the rescue. Or else, you need to memorize a lengthy table of chords. How about you? What is your spiritual calculator? And how does it help you? So hope you'll give some time in answering your MVCA boosters. At the end of today's class, we'll be able to find the trigonometric ratios using a scientific calculator. And here's our venture activity. This will be a historical background. We have the mathematicians in action. Research about the following mathematicians. We have Hipparchus, Pythagoras, Heron, I introduced him to you yesterday, Ptolemy, Aryabhata, and Menelaus of Alexandria. And you need to write their contributions to the development of trigonometry. Let's start with our lesson. Now, how do we find trigonometric ratios using a scientific calculator? My sample in the module is a Casio calculator. What you see on my left is an NCalc FX calculator. And they may look differently, but they might have almost the same functions. Now, how do we find the trigonometric ratios using a scientific calculator? If you're checking for the sine, cosine, and tangent, you need to check first that your calculator is in degree mode, D. Or if it's not in degree mode, like it's in rad, radians, and grad, gradients, you need to click the mode and set it in degree mode. Next, you press the trigonometric function. It can be sine, cosine, or tangent. Then, you press the number of the trigonometric function, or we say you press the number of the measure of the angle. Then press the equal sign. For example, if we're looking for the value of sine 38, we press sine, then 38, then equal sign. Let me demonstrate that using the NCalc calculator on the left. We have sine 38, 38, and you'll see the answer. That's 0.61566147533. That's only, it answer in 5, which is the complete one. But you can minimize it into 4 decimal places. Now, what if You're looking for cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Remember that these are trigonometric inverses of sine, cosine, and tangent. The cosecant is 1 over sine theta. For secant, that's 1 over cosine theta. And for cotangent, that's 1 over tangent theta. Now, how are we going to do that with your calculator? Example, we solve for cosecant 50. Let's see in here the calculator. Let me first clear that. That's 1 over, this is AB. 1 over, instead of cosecant, you press sine 50. The answer is 1.3054072893. Let's have some examples. If you see in my slide, there are already answers. And we will check that with the one I'll be doing here in the calculator. Let's start. Sine 50. The answer is correct. 0.766044443. Let's mark it correct. There. Next, number 2, cosine 43. Let's clear the calculator first. We have cosine 43. They have the same answer, 0.7313537001. Let's mark it with a check. Next, letter C. We have tangent 85. That's 11.4300523. Let's mark it with a check. Next, let's go to letter D. We have cosecant 100. Remember that cosecant is the inverse of sine. So we write 1 on top and press sine at the bottom and press 100. The answer is 1.01542661189. Let's mark it with another check. Let's go to letter E. That is secant 75. Remember that secant is the inverse of cosine. So we place 1 on top, and at the denominator, we place cosine 75. The answer is square root of 6 plus square root of 2. This is the exact answer. But if you want to write it in the decimal, you see here the function, that's S to D. It means from the standard form to the decimal. So we have 3.86370330516. Let's mark it with a correct. And the last one, cotangent 20. Cotangent is the inverse of tangent. So we press 1 for the numerator and tangent for the denominator. Then 20 to 0. The answer is 2.7474774,945. Let's mark it with a correct. You see, all of our answers using our calculator is correct with the one written in our module. Now, what if in this one, the angle is missing, but the answer is given? Let us see how we are going to solve that. Now, if the angle is the one being solved at, still we use the same mode in degree. Then, instead of pressing immediately the trigonometric function, we can press second function for some calculators, or for some, you could press shift. How will you know if you pressed either shift or alpha? Let me check you with this calculator here. For shift here, it's color green. For alpha, it's color blue. So for example, you want the cotangent, the -1, then you press alpha. But if you're looking for the sine -1, it means the inverse of sine. So cosecant. Then it's in green color. So you can press shift, shift, then sine. You see that sine's the -1. It means it's equal to 1 over cosecant, or that is the inverse. Next, after pressing second function or the shift key, you press the trigonometric function. Then you press the value of the trigonometric ratio, press equal sign, and the answer is the angle. Example, if sine theta is equal to 0.725, we need to find the value of theta. So press the second function, press sine, press 0.725. The answer is 46.46884783. Or we can simply say 46.47 degrees. Again, with the inverse one, we are looking for the angle. Let us have this last example. Ready? Let us start. Sine theta equals 0.529. Press shift, press sine, press 0.529. Let us write our answer here. The value of theta, so we're looking for the value of theta, is 31.9379. Let's just limit it to 2 decimal places. 0.94 degrees. Next, let's clear this one first. Clear. We have cosine theta equals 0.493. So shift cosine 0.493. Here's the answer. Again, let's limit our answer to 2 decimal places. We have 46 degrees. The next one, we have tangent theta equals 1.8. Press shift, press tangent, press 1.8. The angle measurement is 60.95 degrees. Let's write it, 60.95 degrees. Next, let's have letter D. Let's clear this first. Sine theta equals 0.256. Shift sine 0.256. In 2 decimal places, the answer is 14.83 degrees. Letter E, the last one. Tangent theta equals 0.725. Let's clear this first. Press shift, press tangent, press 0.725. And let's write our answer. In 2 decimal places, we have 35.94 degrees. That is how we are going to solve for the angles in a trigonometric ratio. Let me now clear the board. And this ends today's discussion and finding trigonometric ratios using a scientific calculator. If you have any questions, feel free to message me in Telegram. Thank you. Bye-bye.